Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Puti Khairani. I'm from UNP. Today, I will review 3 articles that have the same topic about writing. First, I will explain you a little about writing. What is writing? Writing is a process organizing the idea, opinions, and feeling into written form. It is a complex activity with the control language both of the sentences level, such as grammatical, structure, vocabulary, spelling, and letter information. And beyond the sentence rank, like organizing and integrating information into cohesion and coherent paragraph or text. And what we want write short have something meaning to convey. All right. Let's start from the first article about back and draw activities for improving our writing skills by Muhammad Lukman Safi. Back and draw is a set of writing activities improving student activities, participation in the process, their intensive learning experience in producing required text, as well as their interactive work with peers and the teacher. Back and draw stands for brainstorming, attaching, correcting, keeping, developing, revising, arranging, and wow or wonderful or well done. These activities are good ways to improve the writing ability. Back and draw activities have some strength in the teaching and learning, for example, of recount text. First, it gives the student an easy way to write a paragraph. Second, it can encourage students to write even in cases where they may initially fear of making error. Third, it can encourage them to take pride in their writing which as good as they can make it. Fourth, it can provide students with a technique for generating and organizing their ideas and thoughts. Five is it requires students to work cooperatively so that they can solve their problems by giving feedback, suggestion, and comment. And finally, it promotes positive, productive teacher feedback rather than judgmental comments. Nevertheless, the writer should consider some aspect in implementing the strategy. And the first, set the time effectively by considering the length of time for the time allotted in every activity. Second, deliver the explanation using clear voice, not too slowly and not too quickly. And the third, use the Indonesian language if the student find it hard to understand the explanation. Fourth, give a model of an example at every stage on that the student can easily follow the activities. Five, provide the student with a list of vocabulary or ask them to always bring dictionary sign they still have a poor vocabulary. Six, distribute high achiever students in each group so that they can help their low achiever friend in their group. And seven, approach and greet students when they work in their tasks. Eight, in conferencing with students, make the student relaxed and comfortable so that they do not feel to be judged. And the last, be patient. Sign this approach employs a lot of time and activities in every stage of backdraw activities. And the second article about the effect of indirect written corrective feedback on student writing accuracy by Fasha Bagu Sirota. This article presents the effect of using indirect writing corrective feedback to improve student writing accuracy. The student is intended to find the effect of indirect writing corrective feedback on student writing accuracy. Well, the answer does fulfill the researcher expectation. The indirect written corrective feedback thus statistically significant improve the student writing accuracy. The implication of this research is great. The researcher hopes that the finding ends the endless debate among experts about the effect of written corrective feedback. Many previous research have found the effect same outcome. The finding put the written corrective feedback on a stronger position. Um, about the study does have several design flaws. However, this is a backdrop on written corrective feedback area, as it is a little known in the area. Example in Indonesia, this will also be a base of other research in the field. Written corrective feedback has proven to be usable. It improves the student writing inquiry. It pumps up the student motivation as well. However, there is more work to done in the area in them. And the last article about enhancing writing skill through a writing process approach by Muhammad Zaini Miftah. The study is aimed at the developing the implementation of writing process approach or WPA to enhance the student skill in writing essay. The study employed classroom action research. The enhancement of the student skill in writing a described essay can be can be research, but it follow the proper models, a procedure of the implementation of WPA as follow. First, telling student about the objective of the lesson. Second, involving student in a brainstorming activity utilizing a picture related to the topic discuss it through LCD in order that they have background knowledge. Uh, Three, directing student in cluttering activity before the write the first draft. For giving an explaining a model of descriptive essay before they write their rough draft. Five, providing student with models of the rough draft and guideline of doing drafting, revising and editing activities individually. Six, assigning students to work in their group corporately equipped with vocabulary grid. Seven, asking students to write their first draft. Next, having a mini conference to give suggestions and comments to revise their draft. Nine, conducting both self and peer editing in which students edit the mechanical aspects. And the last, having students read aloud their own final writing and their friends' final writing. To follow up the conclusion, about this article, some suggestion and purpose to the English teacher or lecturer, student, and future researcher. The English teacher or lecturer writing course are recommend to employ the prepare model procedure of implement of WPA as one of the alternative strategy in the writing class because of the effectiveness of the strategy. All right, maybe that's all from me. Do you have any question, guys?
Can I ask, ma'am?
Yes, of course.
Okay, can you explain more about writing process approach or WPA? Once again, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question, Rizky. Um, the answer is, I think regarding the implementation of WPA with the proper model procedure developed was effective and suitable to enhance the student skill in writing essay. This is in article number 3. The students are suggested to apply in independently, not only in the classroom, but also outside wherever they are writing any type of essay. And finally, future researchers are recommended to conduct such kinds of research concerned with the implementation of WPA in English teaching, applying the other kinds of essay such as narration, expository process, comparison and contrast, by considering the strength of the implementation of WPA as an approach in teaching writing. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. That's so helpful.
Um, any question?
I think that's it, ma'am. You've explained a lot.
All right. Maybe that's all my presentation today. Thank you for attention. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, ma'am. Upload.